Start as a designer. The birth of a precision mirrorless camera. Every detail drawn on the computer. When the design drawings are completed, enter the manufacturing process. First, a whole piece of steel. Solid magnesium alloys are fed into high-precision numerical control machines. Here it is. It will be shaped into the core skeleton of the camera body. High-speed rotating drill bit under the initialization of coolant. Precise cutting and drilling of metal blocks. Parts that have undergone preliminary processing. It also requires meticulous cleaning. Workers' high-pressure air gun. Blow off metal debris from the surface. And residual coolant. A rough piece of metal became a silhouette. Distinct camera base. Precision is the soul of camera manufacturing. Every part must undergo rigorous dimensional testing. This 3-coordinate measuring instrument, to be able to check for zeros with micron accuracy. Does the piece fully meet the requirements of the design drawings? The probe is gently scratched on the surface of the part. The data collected will be displayed on the computer screen in real time. Form detailed diagrams. Any tiny deviation can't escape his eyes. Parts that have passed the inspection will be sent to an automated paint shop. Industrial robotic arm brandishing spray gun. For the fuselage shell, apply a uniform and wear-resistant black coating. The whole process is precisely controlled by computers. Make sure that each batch of characters has parts. The color and texture are exactly the same. After spraying is completed, these zeros. It already looks like a camera. Next comes the printing process. The brand logo and model need to be printed on the fuselage. This is before and after treatment. The white letters are clearly printed on the top of the fuselage. Workers will scrutinize every printed letter. Make sure they are clear and complete. No flaws. Now all external parts are ready. Ready to enter the most critical dust-free workshop. Perform internal assembly. This is the heart of the camera. The processing area of the image sensor. Even a tiny speck of dust could create a stain on the final Prime Minister. Next is the installation of the main board. This circuit board is the camera's central nervous system. Technicians in dust-proof suits. Carefully, handling every tiny part. The forceps are an extension of their fingers. Some for clamping and mounting. Parts that are indistinguishable by the naked eye. Installed chip. It's neatly arranged in a special tray. Ready for the next step. To prevent dust and moisture from entering, it needs to be sealed. The device will go into the gap of the component. Inject special UV branches. This branch is exposed to ultraviolet light. Will solidify quickly, forming a strong sealing barrier. The various internal modules are now ready. Final assembly begins. Workers carefully fit each module into the fuselage frame. This is a purely manual process. The test is the experience and patience of the workers. After installing the display screen on the back, workers start the preliminary function setup of the camera. He's pushing the buttons on the fuselage. Check whether each operation is responsive. Next, put double-sided tape on the fuselage. For installing other components, fine positioning with forceps. Make sure the film is perfectly aligned. Finally, wipe the surface with a soft cloth. Extrude any bubbles that may exist. These are the buttons and dial assemblies on the top of the camera. Now install them on top of the fuselage. Installation of each component requires extreme concentration. Then there is the battery compartment cover at the bottom of the fuselage and tripod interface. Interface cover on the side of the fuselage also needs to be installed in place. And then we put on the outer rubber blind. It not only increases the comfort of the pool, it was decorative. Workers will carefully inspect every corner of the fuselage. Make sure the appearance is flawless. A camera is assembled like this. He will be put into a dedicated storage box. Rows of assembled cameras, arranged like soldiers waiting to be reviewed, but they're not finished yet. It still needs to pass the final quality inspection. The camera is mounted on a professional tripod. Alignment test chart. The inspectors will fine-tune it. The parameters of the camera to ensure that it is in optimum working condition, displayed on the computer screen. It's the image captured by the camera sensor. By analyzing these complex geometries, graphical and numerical values, you can determine whether the imaging performance of the camera is up to standard. Only cameras that have passed all the rigorous tests will be allowed to play. Finally, they were displayed on the shelves, waiting to be delivered in the hands of photographers around the world.